Hello everyone, welcome on Upfront with Pallavi Sareen. Farmers, as we know, are the backbone of our society, and today I have with me someone who wishes to create empowerment in women through agriculture entrepreneurship. So I have with me Director Research SKUAST, Mr. JP Sharma. Let's talk to him and find out what agripreneurship really is. Mr. Sharma, welcome on our show.
Thank you.
Sir, tell us about agripreneurship and this conference that is going to be conducted in February.
Yes. We have a national conference which is sponsored by Indian Council of Agriculture Research, New Delhi. That is Women Empowerment through Agripreneurship for Livelihood Security. And the basic objective of this national conference is that how our women folk, they can be empowered to take individual decision for running some enterprise. Now in this why we have chosen the agripreneurship? Because agriculture it's a very very broad area, right from backyard poultry farming, dairying, then this apiculture, mushroom production. So you can see that these are the areas where our women, they are already supporting their husband or some other groups for execution of these enterprises. So what I feel that our women, if they are simply trained, then if we make their self-help groups, then they can individually operate these entrepreneurship, so they can earn more money, they can take decision individually.
So is this conference going to be in theory only, that you conduct a workshop, you tell them this is how you are supposed to do things, or do you actually practically help them to create an enterprise, to go on with becoming an entrepreneur?
In fact, in this workshop, our purpose is number one, to invite all those persons who are working in these areas. They will provide us what are the innovations in these areas, so that if we have to really a profitable venture, and the venture which have the national competence or global competence, how to do that. Now secondly, we will be also telling, otherwise we have a competency to train our women's, bring awareness among the women society. All those facilities are already there, and that we have at Chatha also. But our purpose is to bring them together, and those women who are already associated with these entrepreneurs, they are to be somewhere recognized, maybe through award, by giving them sort of certificate and all that. So that is our purpose. But again, because I have already seen that our women, they are working, they are supporting the family in dairy, they are supporting the family in poultry, they are supporting the family in honey production. They are even supporting making new dishes in the kitchen. They are also supporting the family nutrition through kitchen gardening. But many of their services, they are unpaid. They are not paid. If I do work in the office, I am paid for that. But the women, even the housewives, they are cooking foods, they are growing vegetables in the kitchen garden, they have one or two cow, they are
moreover their work isn't even acknowledged. When is this conference exactly, and where, so our viewers know where to go and when?
This conference is going to be organized on 17th and 18th of February at SKUAST Jammu main campus Chatha, where we expect that at least more than 500 participants and more than 250 will be women. They will be participating, where we will have interactions across the areas. Besides agriculture, we will be also focusing on some other areas where the women can work. Right from some women, they are carrying these beauty parlor, some are carrying boutique, some are other writing poems, writing stories, some are in fashion designing. So all those will be also will be brought to this platform for sharing their experiences, so that our other women, they can also follow. They can get the guidelines to involve.
Mr. Sharma, we live in a society where women empowerment is restricted to just theory and books. You talk about women empowerment, but it's not happening in daily life. You still see that men make most of the decisions in the home and in businesses, as you can tell. Another thing is farmers. You have recently realized how many farmer suicide cases we have seen. And just do you think that the recent loan waiver that happened, Congress announced a loan waiver, do you think that is going to help anyone? And women empowerment you talk about, conducting a conference or just telling in theory ki we need to empower movement. Do you think that just talking about it and doing these little things is going to help in any manner, or the things are always going to be the same as they are?
Really, I agree with you that in most of the governmental organization it is mostly on papers and in theories. But this conference is being organized by the SIDEPS, that is Society for Integrated Development of Agriculture, Veterinary and Ecological Sciences. It believes in the groundwork, in the real work, practical work. So our purpose is that we will be making some of the help groups of the women after this conference, and then we will be supporting with them the skill development program.
So it will be a continuous process.
So it will be even after the conference it will continue. Number one. Number two, I think really about the loan waiving facilities. So I think this loan waiving, I think it may not help much to the government. And of course, I think subsidies again, it is very much, as been pointed out, even the various international organizations, that these subsidies and loan waiving is not going to help the Indian agriculture. Our purpose is that we have to make our agriculture, internationally competent. And for that, we have the environment.
From the environment, I remember that you have served in Ladakh as well, and you have written a book about Ladakh agriculture. So would you like to mention something about that? Because Ladakh agriculture, not many people know about it because of the environment of the place, and how can even crops survive in such an environment?
Because I think when during up to 1994 to 2001 I was there in Ladakh, and in Ladakh there was no book on agriculture. The people were consulting the books which are written for the subtropical or tropical agriculture. So my first objective was that let me write some books which are exclusive for Ladakh. So Ladakh, that the oxygen is very less, climate less, quite abnormal. So I think I gathered all the information. So I wrote two books. One is the Dynamics of Cold Arid Agriculture, which exclusively focus on the what are the main theme areas of the Ladakh agriculture, and then second is the crop production technology for cold arid region, which focuses on the crop production techniques. So those books, they are helping our Ladakh people, and of course we have been able to show that even the high yielding varieties, they can do better under Ladakh condition if they are properly managed with that technology which we have mentioned in the books. So those books are doing good. I think in Ladakh we have proposed that the protected cultivation, at the same time the people should, rather than exporting the vegetable, they should focus on their local requirements, because through that they can earn more money, because it is very difficult to export the vegetables and other perishable products from Ladakh to Delhi.
The other areas.
Yeah.
Mr. Sharma, you have a lot of experience in agriculture and research. So what do you think is the way out for the farmers in our country, because of the environment they have, and they have been suffering for a long time? So what is the way out now? How can they be helped?
I think our government does not have a concrete planning of our farming community. Again about the agriculture, why I have thought of the women empowerment. I think the agriculture is the area where the women can be involved. And our man force, that can be shifted to some other areas where the women cannot work. So
but do you think that men shouldn't work in agriculture at all?
I think the 90% activities of the agriculture as of now, because now there are many innovations, for machinery is available for all the operations. And because in agriculture, this is the area where we need quality and trust. And our women, I think they are such helpful, where the people trust the women.
Would you say that men do not have quality or trust?
Because so the mans, they easily, shift. See, in agriculture, these are the products which we eat. And after eating, you develop the energy to work for other areas.
It's the foundation of a society.
So in England or in Germany, you are getting the quality products, but ours is an agriculture country, and still we are eating the poorest thing in agriculture, because our people mostly who are associated with agriculture, they are you can see the quality of the products. So quality is not good. We say this is the Indian quality, why? This is the export quality. I think why our domestic product that should have also a export quality standards that is needed. But what I am saying that in agriculture, most of the girls, they are joining agriculture throughout India. But in my opinion, this is a good sign, because the people say that we have to work with soil and all that. I think that time is gone when we have to work with manually. Now the time has come. Machines are there. Simply we have to modify the machines which fit to our agriculture situations. We have very small holdings. We need smaller machines. Not those machines which are developed in England, Germany, Netherlands or Switzerland.
Done it fit for Indian.
So according to Indian condition, there is a need of modification. But I think that can be done. And again, I am very much hopeful that if our women folk, they are involved in agriculture, and our government, that also sets priority, not only for agriculture, for some of the areas where women should be involved. So I think we can do better than at present, because our man force, which is working, or our manpower, which is working in these areas, they can be shifted to some other areas, and we can have a better results.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sharma, for being with us. On that note, we'd like to end by saying that a lot of work needs to be done, and a modification and invention needs to happen. But right now, there is that initiative with National Conference on Women Agripreneurship. Do tell your friends about it. Do talk about it, because women empowerment is important, and agriculture does seem like an area where women can work and be recognized, their work can be acknowledged. This was Pallavi Sareen on Upfront, signing off.